Dear graduating students, parents, families, staff and wider BISP community, welcome to the BISP High School Graduation and Year 13 Award Ceremony for 2021. My name is Jason Perkins and I'm the Head of Senior School at BISP and your Master of Ceremony for today. Class of 2021, you're one incredible group. Graduation ceremonies are always a time to celebrate with family, friends, and to feel the gratitude of other special people in your life who have made a positive difference in your high school experience. In a normal year, at the end of your IB and high school examinations, we would gather here in the auditorium, hear some speeches, your name being called, and your families and friends in the school community would get the opportunity to celebrate the end of your incredible journey through BISP together. But the last few months have shown us that this is not a typical year. Life has drastically changed, and it continues to change quickly. But you, Year 13, have our respect and admiration for handling how the COVID-19 pandemic impacted and affected your high school journey. And while our celebration today is different in nature and format than in previous years, I am sure that it will be just as indelible as it is unique. I hope that you enjoy it. I will begin proceedings today by inviting our headmaster, Mr. Simon Meredith, to present his opening address.
Good afternoon and welcome to the British International School Phuket Year 13 graduation ceremony. The last 18 months have been a journey in which our graduating class persevered, tackled new ways of learning and examinations, and spent more time on their laptop and phones than ever before. And it was with the permission of parents and teachers. While the graduating class did not have the opportunity to sit for their formal examinations, they will still receive recognition for their work in the last 2 years in high school. And to date, their university and personal pathways have proven to be as successful as our previous cohorts. To the class of 2021, we congratulate you all and thank you for your many and varied contributions to the school. We look forward to hearing of your future ventures and successes. Of our graduating class, 16% have been here for more than 11 years. Hannah, Isabella, Pran, Chananya, Megan, Harriet, Eurydice and Jai joined us more than 12 years ago and have shared the whole journey of BISP schooling together. This group of students represents 25 different countries, including Australia, France, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Korea, Philippines, Russia, Singapore, Switzerland, Thailand, UK, USA, New Zealand, Germany, Ireland, South Africa, Malaysia, Greece, Hong Kong, China, Vietnam, Lithuania, Ukraine, and Kazakhstan. With their preferred choice of university, they'll move to more than 20 different countries around the world. 31 males and 31 females have shared their experiences, which will forever be an important part of their lives. Year 13, you have persevered, been challenged, completed your IB studies, albeit earlier than expected, and we, the BISP community, celebrate today with you, and we wish you well on your next journey in your life. Congratulations, and please do enjoy the virtual ceremony today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I introduce our keynote speaker for today. Our guests' credentials speak for themselves, and I cannot do them justice in this short introduction. But in brief, our speaker is a communications and wellness coach. Her career to date has included presenting on the global stage, motivational speaking, and TV presenting. Today, as Asia Women Leader 2019 and founder of Find Your Voice Asia, she coaches companies and individuals towards self-belief and success through effective communication and presentation. In short, she is the ideal speaker to address our new graduates today about overcoming fear, letting go of the past, and forging a brave new future. Without further ado, I pass you to Miss Abel Wanamacock.
Thank you so much, Ms. Claire, for that beautiful welcome. I feel honored to be the keynote speaker of this year's commencements, even though I wish to be in the same room with all of you, and I'm sure all of your relatives and friends who are watching also wishes the same as I. So how is everybody feeling today? Let me get some woohoos and cheers because this is your special day. Now don't be shy. Do that even if you're in your own room alone, okay? This is your day. I am very, very proud of all of you to be here today. And let me once again welcome all of you to the BISP virtual graduation for the class of 2021. Now, it was only around 20 years ago that I graduated from high school, and let me tell you, time flies. When I was your age, I never imagined that I would be on a stage regularly as a speaker and a presenter. And I have to say, life has taken me for an amazing ride. I feel honored to be giving a speech at this prestigious school, so thank you so much to Mr. Meredith, to Jason, and to Jeanette for this precious journey. And this last 2 years had been very interesting by far. COVID had shown me new things about myself that I never knew was true. For one, I never knew how exciting it was to go to 7-Eleven. And I actually put on makeup just to go to throw the trash away. But third, and most importantly, what I learned during COVID and isolation is I learned how important it is to maintain good relationships for our well-being. I'm sure many of us have heard of the word mental well-being a lot more this past year than we ever had, and many of us realize how important it is to connect with others during times of isolation, like what you are doing right now. And I have to say thank you to COVID. We learned new ways to think, new ways to connect, and new ways to appreciate those around us. Now, I had a chance to speak to a few of you, and you were telling me about your emotional roller coaster during this past school year. Many of you were saying, some days I feel really motivated, and some days you just feel overwhelmed and frustrated, asking yourself, why things can't go back to the way that it was. And here is where I want to share a story with all of you. A story about a girl who lived in the past and couldn't let go of her story until life forced her to make a change. Once upon a time, there was a young girl who was as normal as everybody else. There was nothing really special about her. She had no extraordinary abilities, and physically she looked quite plain. She was a happy girl until one day, her family decided that it was time to move far, far away. Moving to this new flatland compared to the very busy city life that she was from, it was an alien world to her. And as the aliens came around to greet her, all of a sudden she realized that she was the alien on this strange land. Now, she was told many, many things, but what she remembered the most was being told how ugly she was and how different she was from everyone else. She was rejected and had little friends and thought of herself as an alien, as an outsider. And she accepted this story for most parts of her life. She grew up and was successful and happy in her own ways, but she always felt like she was different from everybody else because she continued to hold on to the past and oftentimes find the words of discouragement ringing in her ears as if it was still yesterday. She also experiences those emotional roller coasters just like you. And it wasn't until she found herself drowning in her own unhappiness from living the past that one day during COVID-19, she had a moment of awakening. That moment was so profound that in just one breath, she forgave all those that she felt had wronged her. And it was then for the very first time, she realized that those who she thought had hurt her, or the situation that she found herself to be in, was actually there to help her all along. And that everyone was just trying to do the best that they know how. And it was at that moment where she finally found peace. I was that girl. Now, why do you think I'm sharing this story with all of you? I'm sharing this story because I want you to learn to let go of your own story, and I would encourage you to move forward bravely. Because I see and hear so many people saying, when will things get back to the way that it was? I just want my life back. I want my family back. I want my job back. Why did this happen to me? And you know what? It didn't happen to you. It happened for you. Many of us hold on to the past thinking we have no control, just like I did before. But we do. You are not the story of your past. You are the light of your present. And you shall be the guiding star for those who still live in the dark. We are so much more than the stories that we tell ourselves, whatever roles that we played, titles that we held, or friends that we lost. It's in the past. Learn from it, accept it, and let it go. And now I want you all to ask yourself, who am I? Who do I want to be from now on? Maybe some of you are going to university or starting your military, arts, or sports career, or maybe you're even taking a gap year. Whatever you do, I encourage you to do it with the aim to better your life and others through your being. And I encourage all of you to be brave, because no matter what situation you find yourself in, it shall pass. If there's a past relationship that needs mending, I encourage you to go and say sorry, even though it may not be your fault. If you have someone who helped you, such as your friend, your parents, or your teacher, call them, contact them, and say thank you. And if you want to create something in your life, go and seek advice and go for it. The current situation may not be the most comforting, but know that it is in these situations that builds our resilience. And it is in moments of uncertainty where you learn your strengths. The world is a beautiful place with so much to learn, so much to see, and so much to enjoy. So may this next chapter of your life be as colorful as you make it out to be. And be open to the world. Be open to whatever that it gives you. Go and create a better world and create it from the deepest part of your heart. I wish you all the very, very best. And let me end with this. You are able. Thank you so much. ขอบคุณค่ะ
Thank you, Ms. Abel, for those inspirational words on bravely moving forward. Next, students from Year 13 would like to share with you some of their favourite memories together from their time at BISP. They've put the following video montage together for you all. Now, at the heart of the International Baccalaureate Diploma Programme, there are three core components: creativity, activity, service, theory of knowledge, and the extended essay. Today, we wish to recognise students who have made some exceptional achievements in these components. Mr. Berman, Mr. Donovan, and Mr. Keaton will all introduce the IB Core Awards. Following this, Ms. Stockings will introduce a new award for this year, the IB Learner Profile Award. Finally, Mr. Crossland will introduce the Valedictorian Award for 2021.
In order to obtain their IB diploma and the BISP high school diploma, students in Year 13 are required to participate in a range of creativity, activity, and service-related experiences. Each graduating class at BISP seems to surpass the high expectations of the staff and community. Through the tough times, the class of 2021 is no exception. I've been lucky enough to know many of these students since primary school, which makes the culmination of this journey more meaningful. As part of your journey, I have been able to read your wonderful reflections. I would like you to know that this cohort has done some truly amazing things through unprecedented diversity. I have had the opportunity to discuss the unique and powerful experiences you have had on your CAS journey. I feel very honored to be part of your CAS experience. All of you deserve to feel proud of your CAS achievements. It was difficult to choose just one student for this year's CAS Award. The student who has earned the award has participated in a variety of activities within the school and within the local community with integrity, humility, compassion, and deep reflection. And it's for these reasons I would like to congratulate Miss Isabella Hosking.
TOK is an anathema to most students. What's the point of TOK, I often hear. But by the end of the course, the results are clear. Students are holding interesting conversations, debating logically, and using informed vocabulary to express themselves, and most importantly, making sense of the wider world. Does it teach you to think? Not really, but it teaches you to look. It teaches you to look carefully, because with looking comes curiosity, inquiry, and questioning. The world is in great need of fresh perspectives and balanced opinions at the moment, all from an important ethical standpoint. This is what TOK is about. Our winner today has taken a keen interest in TOK from start to finish. He was the first to finish all his requirements, all his assessments, the first to question and also the first to ask what grade he got. His contribution to the TEDx talks was nothing short of exceptional, demonstrating his ability to work sensitively with others and to encourage students to find their own voice. His thirst for knowledge and appreciative inquiry make him an ideal candidate, and I am pleased to announce that this year's TOK winner is Timofey Podkapayev.
This year's Extended Essay Award goes to a student who, according to her supervisor, was the best EE student he's ever supervised by far. She was extremely engaged and enthusiastic throughout the whole project. She worked very hard on it and basically taught herself a large part of an extra IB course so that she could incorporate that material into her essay. The effort she put into researching her topic and writing the essay were easy to see in the high quality of her final product. Without further ado, the Extended Essay Award for the class of 2021 goes to Maria Podgajecka. Congratulations, Maria. A job well done.
The IB Learner Profile comprises of 10 attributes, which we try to encourage in all our students. Today's recipient embodies those attributes and has done so not only through their IB journey, but across their years at BISP, and I am confident will continue to do so beyond school. In being nominated by staff, they are recognised as being a communicator with exemplary flair and aptitude in the English language and increasing command of Mandarin and now of Spanish. They are an inquirer and a thinker, someone keen to pursue new lines of thought in maths, biology, and psychology. And they are always balanced in their commitment to theatre and their own personal love of performance. Having welcomed this student to BISP, I also know they are principled, with an innate sense of fairness and respect. They are caring, as is evidenced on a daily basis through their acts of gratitude, compassion, and empathy. And they are open-minded in valuing the opinions and ideas of others and in their own appreciation of literature. These are reasons why she has also been so successful as our head of Relate and across all of her IB studies, and it gives me the utmost pleasure to present the IB Learner Profile Award to Rosie Tucker.
The valedictorian honour is awarded to a student with the highest total point score from the grades awarded at the end of year 13, hence the top ranking academic student at BISP. This formula has identified one student this year, but we could argue, given the incredible challenges that the last year and a half have presented, that all 62 graduates are deserved of the highest ranking honour, recognising their resilience, determination and tenacity of the class of 2021 as the last years at BISP have unfolded. Sadly, you did not get the opportunity to face your last test at BISP, but you have been more than prepared to face the wider tests that life may well bring to you. Our valedictorian this year goes to a student who has been with us for 4 years. they gained the highest achievement award in Thailand a year early for IGCSE International Mathematics, scoring a percentage uniform mark of 97%. Their mathematical accomplishment continued in the Senior Mathematics Challenge in Year 12, scoring 117 out of 120, the highest score that has ever been achieved by a BISP student. Described by their economics teacher as a person of traditional characteristics of a gifted student, an exceptional memory, a talented mathematician, and a swift mind. Our valedictorian sings in the choir, plays football and volleyball, and socialises in the student lounge often. Their first report in Year 10 refers to them as a popular and well-respected member of the tutor group, who is always punctual. It is fair to say that this latter trait became a little bit hit and miss over time. Indeed, a self-reflection that I received just 6 months ago from this student says, and I quote, "Understanding the educational and social implications of lateness can be significant in helping motivate me to be more timely in my future life." Our valedictorian will leave BISP to pursue their interest in computer science with offers from the best universities around the world. We wish him well. Congratulations to this year's valedictorian, Bhuvan Kumar.
Congratulations, Tim, Isabella, Maria, Rosie, and Bhuvan on your well-deserved awards. And next, to share with you with their leaver speech, I would like to present two very important student representatives from our school community. Our outgoing head students, Isabella Hosking and Polina Shiravencia.
Good afternoon to everyone joining us today, our headmaster, principal, teachers, parents, and the class of 2021. When we first began our IB journey on the 19th of August 2019, we did not know what to expect. We were uncertain, just like we are now. IB began on a very high note with the Year 12 trip. From team building activities to zip lining through the forest and racing down the water slide, within a week, we had created bonds that played a tremendous role in helping us get through the challenges of IB. If it wasn't for every single member of the class of 2021, none of us would have been able to complete this journey the way that we did.
IB has taught us to not only become critical thinkers, open communicators, and independent individuals, but it has also taught us to embrace change. Because change, big or small, can be scary. Yet, if approached positively, change can be a beautiful thing. Throughout the past 2 years, our learning went from in-person to online, then online to in-person, and then back to online again as we are talking to you now. What made it so special is that we embraced these changes together. We were there for each other, both physically and mentally. And in the process, we came out even stronger and formed friendships that would last us a lifetime. Coming to the end of our high school journey and facing a new beginning, we are very fortunate to have experienced stepping outside of our comfort zone numerous times during the IB. And thanks to BISP, we are as prepared as we can be to begin this new chapter and embrace the new changes in our lives.
Arguably, there is no better time than now to say, take every opportunity that comes to you. Never put off something until tomorrow that can be done today, because it may not be available tomorrow. We may think that we have everything planned out, but as the 2 years have shown us, everything might not go according to plan. We have learned that everything we were expecting could change in an instant. The best thing we can do in these particular situations is to not get caught up in the future or too stuck in the past, but live in the present and appreciate what we have right here, right now. We often spend too much time worrying about things that we may encounter, whilst forgetting to take a step back and treasure the precious moments of now. We have learned to be flexible in many ways, which will help us adapt in our future lives, having lived through the period very few graduating classes have experienced. So let us take this invaluable experience and apply it to our futures.
Despite COVID, we are very grateful to be able to learn outside of the classroom. During our CAS trips to Cambodia and Yawawit, we learned what life was like for others, so very different from our own typical routines. We should all be mindful of these simple yet eye-opening encounters, and we must learn from them, the benefits of a positive and resilient outlook, and apply them to our own lives. We have not only developed ourselves as students, but as caring and compassionate individuals. These qualities will hold true for the rest of our lives.
This journey would not have been complete without our teachers and parents. We are very grateful to be expressing our gratitude to those who were there for us along the way. Firstly, we would like to thank our teachers for learning to adapt just as much or maybe even more than us. You have gone out of your way to help every single student and make your lessons incredibly interesting and unique. You have motivated us when we were feeling down, and we would truly not be where we are without you.
We want to extend our thank yous to our parents for understanding our struggles and for being there when we needed it most, including encouraging some of the sleepier heads to wake up and face the day with a bright smile as we prepare to face the challenges ahead, such as a period 6 on a Monday. We know that online learning was very challenging for you too, and so we are so grateful for your endless support.
And most importantly, we would like to thank every single one of the 62 students who have undertaken this journey with us. We have done this together. We have gone through the ups and downs of this crazy journey together. And we will forever be grateful for the support that we have collectively received. We all needed each other, each and every single one of us, to push through these last 2 years of high school lives, and here we are. We've made it to the other side. Both of us are honored to be a part of the class of 2021 cohort filled with such amazing people that we are fortunate to call our family.
Looking back on the 16 years at school, we reminisce about the good times and the bad, the friends we've made and the friends we've lost along the way. Here we find ourselves on the final day, closing the chapter on that element of our lives, yet simultaneously looking forward with excitement and some trepidation to the next chapter, and wonder how our stories will continue. We hope that the friends we make going forward will be as memorable and as loyal as the friends we have made thus far. And let's equally hope that no matter where our paths take us, we will stay in touch and have moments to look back on and reminisce for our journey here at BISP. Although we have had our last week and our last day together, this is not a goodbye. This is just a see you later, alligator.
In a wild crocodile.
Thank you all and keep holding on.
Thank you, Isabella and Paulina, for working with vision, integrity, humility, and commitment in your leadership this year. We now have arrived at the highlight of today's ceremony, when we present our class of students graduating from Year 13 and recognise their achievements in completing the BISP High School Diploma. For these students, this moment signifies the accomplishment of many years of hard work. We will close the award ceremony with the moving of the graduate tassel. Year 13. Standing here today fills me with such a sense of pride and satisfaction. Despite the ups and downs that we all go through in the period of 2 years of IB education, nothing resonates with me more than seeing our students thrive and grow into happy, fulfilled young adults. However, I find this graduation is a special mix of celebration, satisfaction, success, but also a little sadness. Many of you graduating here today were some of my first students at BISP. And although you leave school today, you have all a special place in my heart. But I will take comfort that your life as long-suffering high school students is now over. And I do hope now, or for one fleeting moment over the next few days, you will remember what BISP has given you. BISP is a special school that values every student and encourages them to all participate and find their strengths. You don't have to be an academic high flyer or a sporting prodigy to count. Every talent is nurtured and celebrated in a variety of ways. And we value effort, community spirit, and kindness as much as we do academic success. For that matter, I would like to thank all the staff at BISP for their contribution in your graduation today. Of course, we would not be here if it wasn't for the parents of today's graduates. I wish to truly thank you for entrusting your children to us during these incredibly challenging times and for making the decision to send them to BISP. Graduating class of 2021, you are saying goodbye to the IB, to life in high school, and to our amazing BISP community. And as bittersweet as this may sound, I do hope you take away 2 small things from your time here. Firstly, many wonderful memories of your life here as a BISP student. And secondly, meaningful lifelong friendships. It is now time for you as adults to go into the world, to participate in it, to help shape it, and to help make it better, even in small ways for both yourself and for the people around you. On behalf of the staff and your fellow students of the school, I wish you every success and happiness. We are very proud of you all, and we look forward to hearing about your many adventures and accomplishments as alumni. I will now ask Isabella and Paulina to symbolically lead the change of graduation tassel for your peers.
Graduating class, please join us in moving your tassel from right to left.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our graduation for the class of 2021. So graduates, be proud of yourselves. You got here. Good luck to every one of you. Thank you for joining us all today. Enjoy the celebrations.
My life motto is Carpe Venus, seize the wine and seize the day.
What am I going to miss most about BISP? I'd probably say my friends and getting to see them every day, but also my teachers, as I've grown close to many of them.
The biggest change I've gone through in IB is basically the building up of my self-esteem. Through CAS, through IAs, I was able to develop various skills, and through that I've been able to build my self-esteem.
What I would tell myself back in year 7 is enjoy yourself, enjoy being a child, sleep well, because as I grew up, I realized that I just can't take that back.
What I'm going to miss the most about the BISP is definitely the people. As a year group at least, we have built such a close community, and I think it's going to be really hard to leave that behind.
My life's motto is, no matter how hard or impossible it is, never lose sight of your goal.
My favorite memory at BISP was the color team chess tournament. It's the first actual chess tournament that I took part in my life, and I found it quite fun.
The biggest challenge I faced was probably managing my extended essay, but I've learned some useful skills that I'll use in my future life.
I'm the most grateful for experience that I got in the art class and also for exceptional and memorable moments in art and Pangna trip.
I'm most grateful for the welcoming environment and very supportive teachers who's always willing to help us.
If I had one more week at school, I would start a flash mob that ended with a pool party.
My favorite memory at BISP would have to be participating in the soccer sevens and winning the competition.
The biggest changes that I've gone through in IB would definitely be exploring new art stuff, and maybe the fact that I kind of gained friends at the really last moment.
The advice I'd give my Year 7 self is that I would work harder because it would benefit me more in the long run.
My favorite moment at BISP would be the Year 11 graduation dinner because there were a lot of food there and it was a slow transition into the IB, so it's definitely one to remember.
What will I miss most about BIS? I'd have to say that it's really about the community of this place. I mean, it's a beautiful campus and it just creates such a good atmosphere, and all the teachers, all the staff members of this school is just what makes BIS so special.
I became better at handling stress and appreciate my friends and family much more.
What advice would I give my Year 7 self? I would probably tell myself to remain my authentic self and just accept judgment, because judgment comes every day, but it shouldn't mean I should change myself for other people's satisfaction.
What I'm going to miss most about BIS is definitely the soccer sevens.
I'm most grateful for the friends I've made.
My life motto is every moment is a fresh beginning. What I'd miss most are the relationships that I've built with my friends and my teachers that have now become my family.
My last week of school, besides saying goodbye to the teachers and returning all my textbook.
I'm most grateful for my friends and the sense of community at BISP.
My advice to my Year 7 self would be force yourself to love reading.
I would miss the people. From the 2 years that I've spent here, I've made the most memorable moments of my life. I love you all.
The biggest challenge I have faced is adjusting to new curriculums, expectations, and being able to concentrate and focus in class.
My life's motto is, life is like a blank canvas. Don't make it complicated.
My life's motto is, if it doesn't go right, go left.
My favorite memory at BISP would be just the location, every day coming here to this beautiful campus.
My biggest challenge so far this year has been trying to balance a good work, social and school life all in one.
In the future, I would like to open a 3-star Michelin restaurant.
Back to Year 7, I would drink more milk.
My advice to my Year 7 self would be don't spend too much time on your own and socialize more.
I would miss basketball training with Mr. Blake the most.
I'm grateful for the people, friends, families, teachers and staffs who are always supporting me.
My life motto is, if you're not having fun, what's the point?
I think one of the biggest challenges I faced in IB was feeling overwhelmed a lot of the time. There are so many projects, ideas, homework, coursework coming in all at the same time, which is kind of the best part of high school as well. So I think it was really fun, but also very challenging to prioritize and learn what to do next.
In the future, I would like to become the greatest rapper of all time.
My favorite memory at BISP is going on year trips and sport trips with my friends.
My life motto is, everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind, always.
The biggest changes, I think, I don't know actually, probably like I'm more, like someone say I'm more independent, somebody say I'm more like proactive, but I still think I'm a baby.
My advice to my Year 7 self would be sleep more and enjoy the little things while they're worth it.
What I'm most grateful for is for all the opportunities that BISP gave me, such as my TEDx or the LunchX, which we have organized back in Year 10.
If If I had one more week at BIS, I'd like to just keep enjoying the company of the class of 2021 and just try and make the most of my last week of school.
So my biggest challenge is to keep up with all the workload during quarantine, to keep my motivation up, and to do all the I's and E's at deadline, so to get the best grade.
I'd say eat, sleep, repeat, be yourself, and enjoy your life. It's yours, you're given it. It's a gift.
Right, what I'm gonna miss the most in BISP is definitely Mr. Wheatley.
I'm gonna miss my friends, my life in boarding, and my teachers.
If I had one more week in school, I would just carry on with my normal routine because I don't think it's nothing special, to be honest. It's just school.
My life motto is, life is sport, but when you run, there's swing.
Well, my life motto is work hard and play hard. Thanks.
So my aspiration is to join an intellectual community of endlessly learners who want to see the world with new eyes and live a life full of wonders. And my experience at BISP has been one of the very important building blocks for me to actualize my dream in the future.
My biggest change is definitely about my academics. I actually have to study up really hard to get good grades.
What I would tell my year 7 self is that I would tell her to keep her inner child, stay positive, and spread love and kindness. Yeah, enjoy the time.
My advice to year 7 myself would be stay strong, stay positive, and keep being yourself.
My future aspirations are to make $1 million or end up in a ditch tribe.
My favorite memory in BISP is probably the soccer sevens, my first soccer sevens here 3 years ago. I was very impressed with the whole organization and I was very happy to play in this tournament. This massive tournament was loads of participants